तिलक लगा के मिट्टी का तू बाजी आज लगा ले, ओ तिलक लगा के मिट्टी का तू बाजी आज लगा ले, तुझ में जो चिंगारी है उस शोला आज बना ले, जान लगा के खेल खिलाड़ी, ओ जान लगा के खेल खिलाड़ी, साथ हमेशा स्पोर्ट्स इंडी, शान बढ़ा तू रहे अगाड़ी, जीत की भाषा स्पोर्ट्स इंडी, 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 स्पोर्ट्स इंडी।
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the World of Sports on the Sportsindi channel. This is a beautiful, beautiful Saturday evening and I welcome you all. The program is produced by Miti Group, borrowing on the idea presented by Supriya Badve, who is the CEO of the Sportsindi channel. It's a lovely evening and what a pleasure to be here with you on the Sportsindi for the World of Sports. I keep saying this about the evening, and I would want to reiterate all over again because in the past almost 2 years, we have learned many things. We have learned that every single moment and every single day can be different, but we also have learned that we must cherish and we must preserve the moment and the happiness that the moment gives to us. So, once again, do get up to watch the sunrise and stay put up till the sun goes down. Today we have a very, very special programs. We are going to discuss the importance of sports complexes in the field of sports. And I think that's going to be a very different, a very significant discussion today yet. Before I begin and I call upon the guest today, may I call upon and invite on the show Supriya Badveji, who's once again, as I introduced, the CEO of Sportsindi.
Hello.
Supriya, hello and welcome.
Oh, thank you. A very good evening to all of you. Thank you so much.
And let me go ahead and invite our today's guest who's going to discuss about, as I said, the importance of sports complexes in the field of sports. Today we have with us Manjiri Marathe. Manjiri Marathe, we offer you a very warm welcome. Namaskar and thank you for joining us today.
Good evening.
Manjiri Marathe is the trustee and treasurer of Swatantra Veer Savarkar Rashtriya Smarak, Mumbai. And she is going to tell us a little more about the Smarak. And of course, it's going to be quite a contribution to the world of sports and the episodes that we have been presenting in the last few months. They have coming to you. Manjiri ji, are you ready to field the questions today?
Yes, sure.
Thank you. So, do tell us a bit about Swatantra Veer Savarkar Rashtriya Smarak per se. It has been working since almost 1989. So, when did it actually decide to include the sports training in the institution? Please tell us about the Smarak and about the sports training also.
Yes, sure. First of all, good evening and thank you so much, Sportsindi, for having me here on your show regarding importance of sports complexes in the field of sports. I would like to thank Uttara Mone and her son, Ameya Mone of Miti Group for giving me this opportunity. Swatantra Veer Savarkar was a great visionary, anticipating physical and mental adversities in participating in freedom struggle of India. He took all precautions to strengthen his mind and body by meditation and physical exercises. He didn't restrict these ideas to himself, but promoted them among revolutionaries of Abhinav Bharat. He also inspired the youth to join the British Army with sole purpose of undergoing military training, which could be used in future against the enemy if and when required. And this inspired us to start various activities at Smarak. If you permit, before coming to sports activities, I would like to give brief idea about Smarak.
Sure.
Swatantra Veer Savarkar Rashtriya Smarak is a renowned charitable trust in India to propagate thoughts of Savarkar, which are relevant even today. After Atmarpan of Veer Savarkar on 26 February 1966, his followers throughout India came together and decided to erect a national memorial of Savarkar, which would reflect his abiding thoughts and ideas. The Smarak was inaugurated on Veer Savarkar's birth anniversary, that is on 20th May 1989. Since then, Smarak holds a lecture series on the occasion of Veer Savarkar's birth anniversary. Every year, we felicitate martyrs from defense services with Shaurya Puraskar and also Vinyan Puraskar. On 26 February each year, Veer Savarkar's Atmarpan Din is observed with due solemnity. The Smarak has reputed reference library and reading room. The stellar attraction is a model of the cellular jail, replica of Kolu, different types of fetters, iron chains for keeping the person, which were used to keep the person captive in Andamans, which symbolizes the immense sufferings of fearless freedom fighters at the hands of British. Savarkar Smarak conducts theme-based and permanent light and sound show titled Swatantra Veer based on wall mapping techniques every Saturday and Sunday. And after a close down of almost 2 years, we are planning to reopen this show on 15th Feb. To commemorate Swatantraveer Savarkar's 50th death anniversary, mountaineers of Savarkar Mountaineering Institute completed the expedition to a peak in Himachal's Batul range at the height of 6060 meters, that is 19,881 feet, and named it as Shikhar Savarkar or Mount Savarkar. In cooperation with Ladakh Mountaineering Institute, Savarkar Smarak has established V. Savarkar Mountaineering Institute for Search and Rescue in 2018 in Leh, Ladakh. A 5-day adventure course was conducted with participation of 20 students of Jamyang School Leh at Shea Village in 2019. We at the Smarak conduct more than 30 activities of special interest for the youth, and we must be the only charitable trust having so many activities under one roof. These activities can be categorized under broad heads as educational, cultural, and sports.
So, would you like to tell us a little more about when was it decided to include sports training in the institution? Because, as I said,
Yeah,
since 1989, the Smarak has been operative.
yeah.
And how did you move towards sport? Because what I understand now is it's not just yet another starting one more event or one more activity, but this is something in continuation with the ideology of Veer Savarkar.
Right,
So,
right.
do please tell us about that.
Huh. To strengthen the young generation to serve our nation, we have Sports Academy under which we give coaching in air rifle shooting, archery, boxing, karate, taekwondo, yoga, mountaineering. We also have well-equipped gymnasium. When in London, Savarkar had taken training to fire air gun, and hence Savarkar Air Rifle Club was the first activity of Smarak, which was started way back on 20th May 1987, even before the inauguration of Smarak. New state-of-art air-conditioned 10-meter air rifle range equipped with modern technology was inaugurated by Olympic shooters Anjali Bhagwat and Suma Shirur on 19 Feb 2006. New jewel was added in Smarak's treasury when Swiss Escort laser target technology, which was to be used in 2020 Olympics, was installed 4 years in advance in 2016, and Savarkar Smarak was the first institution in India to install the target system. All activities of Smarak are run under the guidance of experts in respective fields. Can I tell you something about Air Rifle Club?
Of course.
Yeah. The coach of Air Rifle Range is well-known Shiva Chhatrapati awardee international pair Vishwajit Shinde. And 12 users of the range, Rishabh Damania, Minit Chaha, Priyal Keni, Vishwajit Shinde, Ashok Karandi, Prathamesh Sonsurkar, Kaivalya Nerurkar, Gayatri Pavaskar, Gargi Shirsat, Aniket Mane, Shivraj Savan are all international players. Some of the shooters of Smarak range are Shiva Chhatrapati Puraskar awardees, namely Vishwajit Shinde, Ajit Taude, Ashok Kanade, Priyal Keni, Vedangi Tulzapurkar, and Shweta Sherverkar. Priyal Keni was selected as Mumbai University's best sports person for the year 2015. Now, total members who have taken basic course training till date are more than 3,200.
Okay.
And we have grabbed medals, 268 gold medals, 224 silver medals, and 172 bronze medals so far. And the admission is given normally for kids of age 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do also tell us, I mean, you did make a mention, a very quick mention about quite a few sports while
Yeah.
just discussing about the current one. But will you be able to elaborate a little more and explain a little more as to what kind of sports are taught here in the Savarkar Smarak?
Yeah, we also have Archery Academy, which was inaugurated on 19 December 2009.
Hmm.
And till date, more than 1,000 students have completed archery basic training.
Okay.
In a short span, Smarak archers have bagged 10 international, 79 national, and more than 250 state level and more than 1,500 district level medals. Any kid of age 7 can join Archery Academy, and even 50-year-old archers are practicing this game.
Oh, wow.
Swapnil Karab is an archery coach from inception till date, and he
Hmm.
had been archery coach at various tournaments with Maharashtra government. He has completed international archery coaches training level 1 and 2 with scholarship of World Archery in June 2014 and 2015 at Thailand World
Oh.
Archery Center.
Hmm.
And he has been awarded Mumbai District Based Coach in 2018 by Government of Maharashtra. And Savarkar Smarak's archer Adil Ansari has represented India in World Archery Para Championship at Beijing in 2017. That was a great honor for us. And around
Absolutely.
9 archers have represented India in Princess Cup competition. Yeah.
Well, all these seem to be quite impressive achievements. I mean, for the Smarak
Right.
as well as for the
Yeah.
players and participants as well. But Manjiri ji, tell me something. The Smarak has been there for a while now. The training has been going on for a while now. And as you said, there are hundreds and hundreds of them who have received the training. But over the years, do you actually feel that there has been a difference in the people's mindset when it comes to the idea of sports? Because it would be like chalo khel rahe hain, gali mein khel rahe hain, gali nukkad mein kal wala khel hai. But now it's getting a more organized, more disciplined with a lot of training. Do you think children are more interested, the parents are more interested nowadays in the field of sports?
Yes, I think change in approach towards sports and promotion of sports by media has drawn
Hmm.
students and more than students, their parents to sports. Also,
Right.
the monetary benefits attached with the sports currently, as compared with the past, would be one of the reasons for increased awareness and interest in sports as well as cultural activities like singing, dance, drama, acting, etc. And trend will continue with little more support and initiative on part of governments. That is what I feel.
Yeah, I'm sure about that. I mean, we still have a long way to go. No matter how much
Yeah.
we achieve, there is always something which is left for us to do. Also, Manjuri ji, tell us about the boxing and the karate training in your institute. What we have heard
Yeah.
about. What is the
Yeah.
age group to learn these sports? Who all can participate?
Okay. Actually, with boxing and karate, we have taekwondo training also.
Okay.
And this taekwondo training was started on 16th May 2014.
Mhm.
Until date, 276 students have taken training.
Oh,
Currently, 70 students are taking training under the chief trainer, Rajesh Khilari. Smarak has bagged in all 341 gold, 209 silver, and 366 bronze medals in district, state, national, and even international tournaments. Due to lack of reading and learning tools for Taekwondo in India, spatial trilingual, that is Hindi, English, and Korean literature, has been created for the students, and it is provided free of cost to every student of Savarkar Taekwondo Academy. Karate training is given in Smarak for last 10 years, and students are participating in school and intercollegiate tournaments and have won medals. And 4 students have passed international black belt exams. Chief instructor for karate is Anil Patil and is appointed as representative of International Japan Karate Association Asia and is member board of directors of international body. Veer Savarkar Boxing Club was established in 2007 and training is given on 6 days a week. Club is well equipped with quality boxing equipments and have boxing rings. Students from the age of 8 to 50 years are trained regularly at any activity, that is, it may be karate or taekwondo or boxing. And surprisingly, response of girls is noticeable in boxing. Boxing coach Rajan Jothari has trained more than 750 boxers till date, and many of them have performed well in national, state, and university levels. To give few names, I think Jappreet Sandhu is the first woman international boxer from the club who represented India in Junior World Women's Championship held at Sofia, Bulgaria in September 2013 and participated in all national junior boxing championships held at Serbia in January 2014. She is also national gold and silver medalist. Few names I can add to this list.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Harpreet Kaur and Aishwarya Kori have won silver and bronze at nationals and gold at the state boxing level. Manisha Oza has won 3 golds at the All India School Games boxing, and Rohit Dere and Shakil Sayyed have won silver medal in All India School Games, and Vignesh Khopre has won gold and base boxer award at the state boxing championship and has won silver at the junior men's nationals Chennai.
Okay, that's quite interesting. I mean, every sport that you mentioned, you have a long list of achievers and winners, not just at the national but
Right.
also at the international level. So that's a great, great job. So, Priyaji, I want you now to come to you because you started this whole idea of the sports indie and the world of sports because you wanted sports to reach people, have awareness, and that everyone can participate. You know, as they say, sports not just builds your character, but it also reveals it, what you want to do about it. Manjiri ji just referred to this whole boxing and karate, and we saw a couple of pictures where you have girls also, and she said there are a lot of girls who are participating. Now, coming from sports to your own social, personal life, do you think women should take up these kind of sports as a form of self-defense as well? What is your take on that?
Yeah. Thanks, Priyambada, for that question. And just to tell you that I am Supriya Savarkar from my parents' side. So
Okay.
my father was a principal of government B.Ed college, and my mother also retired as a lecturer. So both were working in education field. So today, hearing the name of Swatantraveer Savarkar, it gives me a immense pride. So thanks for for that. So Manjiri, is just very nice.
I'm sure she's kind of trying to get back to us in a while because the whole idea is, as I said, yes, Supriya ji, thank you. Once again,
So,
you're here.
so sorry, something that
No
this
problem.
connection problem is there, I think. So, I think, yeah, sports, I feel itself is a physical and mental fitness tool. And as Manjiri Tai shared with us that girls' participation in boxing at Swatantriya Sarkar complex is very in high numbers. It's almost 750 girls are participating for this boxing. So I think wrestling, boxing, judo, karate, kung fu, and maybe taekwondo, and about 170 types of martial art exist in many countries. And yeah, martial art is an art of fighting and defending without any weapon. Maybe sometimes you have to fight some situation with in a danger. You are in a such a place or in a danger zone where you have to fight with combat with condition, or sometimes you have to fight without any weapon. So martial arts is an art of fighting and defending without any maybe probe. I can say that. And I think women's are more having showing more inclination about this martial arts nowadays, because at a society level we are coming across many challenges, and we three all are female or women
Women,
on this platform today. So, and even Uttara Tai, she is also a woman.
yes,
So
the woman's power.
that yeah, women power today. And so I think yes, women have a better quality to tackle any work or challenge, and but yes, being the society structure, yes, women have to face many challenges at many situation at various level in the society. So by practicing any kind of martial or techniques of martial art, it always gives us some confidence to handle the adverse conditions of life or attack or any physical challenge. And I think every girl and women who opt martial arts would build her confidence, and in difficult situation she will able to or she can fight well with such physical defense techniques. And I think I'm working in corporate, so in our case also we are giving training to our women employees, or many even in Pune, so many colleges are giving such kind of techniques or such kind of training of martial arts for defense. So I think yes, in society people are aware how to get trained for this martial art, and can be how this martial arts can be act or work as a defense tool or defense mechanism for women specifically. In recent interview of judo coach Rachna Dhopeshwar, she trained blind girls in Pune, and she found unbelievable results for blind girls. So that was in Sports Indie has one other web series also. It is it's not it's a same series like the World of Sports we have in Marathi we called it as a संवाद मातीतला खेळाडूंशी, and it is on it displays every Tuesday. So
Hmm.
in that Rachna Dhopeshwar, she is also doing the same thing, and she's giving training to blind girls. So that is just I want to share with you. Even I just recently read about Renuka Salve. She's a best example of a blind girl who has won a bronze for India in Commonwealth Game, and many national gold medals she has won. So I think it is very important. As per me, it is very important that girls, specifically college going girls and women who are working, or whoever is there, who is even though homemakers, I think the people or maybe women should adopt these sports as a self defense.
Absolutely. And because, as I said, times are changing, they can be favorable, but they can also not be favorable. And one should be prepared for such a situation. And why not adopt, the field of sports just to be able to defend yourself well. Manjiri ji, I come back to you now. We
Yeah,
do
I
know
would
that
like
your
to add.
designation.
I would like to add something to this.
Sure. Yes, please.
Um, this self defense we are talking about,
Mm-hmm.
and this I think has already started happening in wake of recent cases of atrocities against women. Keeping this in mind, Smarak has also taken initiative in starting short-term self-defense courses in
Okay.
cooperation with Mumbai Police.
Okay.
Yes,
That,
tell me.
that's That's
Okay,
a good
okay.
initiative, and I think that's a move which will be well appreciated around by many women, girls, and all those who are wanting to take it up. Manjari
Right.
ji, we do know that your designation, as we had introduced it in the beginning of the
Yeah,
episode, is trustee and treasurer of the Swatantra
right.
Veer Savarkar Rashtriya Smarak, which is in Mumbai. Do tell us what exactly your role is in this institution.
Actually, I regret not having pursued sports in my early life.
Mm-hmm.
However, in my capacity as a treasurer of Smarak, I concentrate on facilitating as many sports initiatives and facilities as possible, mainly for the youth. We also have conducted 2 marathons for various age groups.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So as I
Yeah,
say, there I durust hai. So what if we have missed a part of it, but we are always there to take it up a little later and ahead? Majority, do you think getting enrolled in a sports complex helps you in the all-round development of a sports personality? Because sports is not something you sit in your drawing room and do it. It's necessary that you
Mhm.
come out in the field. But being a part of the sports complex, do you think that contributes to the development of the person?
Basically, for a person dedicated to a particular sport, it doesn't matter. He is enrolled in sports complexes or institution dedicated to a
Mhm.
single sport.
Okay.
But to beginners, it may make all the difference. It is my experience that many boys and girls join a particular sport because their sibling is already there or due to
Mm.
liking of their parents. But as in our premises, various sports activities are going on. Uh, Kids do change their sports activity,
Mhm.
and sometimes in another light we have a full. Sorry, I made some mistake. I have seen in many cases that they change their sport to suit their liking. And as key to success lies in your passion, the change
Mm.
of sport bring out the best from them. And in other light, we have a full-fledged gym and yoga center, which is the
Okay.
basic need for all athletes. So definitely a sport complex is better suited to help athletes. That is what I feel.
I'm sure about that, and I'm going to ask the same question to Supriya ji also. I'm going to talk about the gymnasium and the part of it that you just mentioned, Manjiri ji. But let me come to
Yep.
Supriya ji. We're talking about this whole sports complex, and the discussion is all about it. What do you think? What is your take on whether the sports complexes contribute into making what is known as a sports ecosystem a bit stronger than it is otherwise?
Um, See what is happening, say now with a population growth and what we are looking that space is becoming a major constraint in
True.
basically in major cities or like metro cities. And even in school, we don't have like playgrounds available for kids, upcoming
Okay.
kids, upcoming generation. So what I feel looking at this major constraint, yes, I feel sports, multi-purpose sports complexes are contributing very well to the society.
Mm-hmm.
See, after all, for growth, you need fitness, family. Maybe in earlier episodes, since last 3 4 episodes, we are discussing about sports complexes, and during those discussions, I got very good some major points I can summarize again over here. So what I observed that when sports complexes are becoming a quality time spent for a family. So like if a family is visiting a sports complex, so means parents can go for their liking. Say like they can play something, say badminton or maybe table tennis, and they can spend quality time for their fitness or
True.
swimming. And maybe a child who is pursuing some sports as looking at his long term career, he can do his activities. And even in say grandparents are there, even they can come and they can enjoy walk in multi-purpose sports complexes. So this is one of the aspect I'm looking at, how it can contribute as a fitness center for a
True.
family as a whole. That is one my point. Secondly, I'd say like Manjiri I said, say like for every athlete, yoga is the important point. And in sports
Hmm.
India, we always speaks about or we always talk about sports ecosystem. So in sports
Hmm.
ecosystem, we never think a sports person is the only factor of sports ecosystem, but we always think that he needs a good coach, mentor, psychologist, and a good. He needs good equipment. He needs good space for to do his practice or ground. So. And even a psychologist or a good physiotherapist. So I think all these factors, if you look as a part of sports ecosystem, largely sports complexes are in a, they are contributing well for providing these facilities for a sports person. So,
True.
so for say yoga is useful for athlete. Yoga is useful for badminton player. So even say like last time we called few coaches and mentors who are working in this sports complexes, and they are creating a very nice sports persons for the country. So we look at such aspects, yes, they are contributing very well. And maybe though if we go to say rural part of say our country,
Hmm.
of course there are miss ample of spaces available. But looking means like we have few district sports centers available, but they are not well maintained. So because this feedback I got in one of our interviews only. uh,
Okay.
so what I feel is, suppose means like if we can able to provide good maintenance, and we can able to provide good career opportunities through these sports complexes, it will help the local employment to grow also. So in totality, whether it's a metro city or whether it's a rural part or a township part, so in totality, I feel yes, sports complexes are playing a bigger role, and we should focus, because maybe what we are finding that a large or very good talent is available in rural areas also. And if we like with such kind of facility, if we can provide them good training or coaching or mentoring, so I think we will able to provide more, or we will able to create more good sports person for our country, and they can definitely contribute for our country's sports achievements. So I think
True.
that is what is I feel. Yes.
True. In
Yeah.
fact, Supriya ji, I
Supriya,
would add on to it to say not just
I
for
would
sports.
like to add something.
Please do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Supriya
yeah,
ji, do
please.
visit Savarkar Smarak, and you will find a well maintained sports complex here.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
as you
absolutely.
mentioned, and as you mentioned about yoga, I would like to add few things that Swatantraveer Savarkar's mastery over yoga enabled him to sustain atrocities and physical violence against British and number of participants is continuously on the rise with time. And Shrikant Barve and Nandakumar Bhatkhande started organizing yoga classes at Swavarkar's Memorial on April 7, 2008 in association with Patanjali Yoga Committee Mumbai. And many people have benefited from this initiative. And yoga is being taught according to the teachings of Baba Ramdev.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm sure, as I said, the only add on that I wanted to give was that best sports personalities go on to become, and we expect them to become good citizens as well. And this is where, Supriya ji, as you said, it becomes a part of a larger ecosystem. It's not just restricted to sports, then it moves on to society, economy, upbringing of children, and everything kind of goes with it. Manjiri ji, you made a mention of gymnasium in your institute, and do please tell us
yeah,
about it. What activities are taught there?
yeah. We have well-equipped gymnasium, and Yogini Patil is managing that gymnasium. Weight training, cardio, functional, and personal training facilities are provided here.
Okay.
And you'll be surprised that while in London for his revolutionary activities, Veer Savarkar, under the guise of studying barristership, he went to London, and he had undergone training in bodybuilding under Eugene Sandoz. And
Hmm.
taking inspiration from this, we are conducting Savarkar Shri bodybuilding competition every year.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, that's interesting. And you've taken it to another level to say that.
yeah,
So we can see some pictures here on the screen, and that kind of actually shows us how far these activities that the gymnasium has come to. Manjiri ji, we are running out of time, but I would still like to
Yeah.
ask you one question and one last
Sure.
question. What would you tell the aspiring sports personalities, people, those who are wanting to be a part of this entire realm of sports, about the
Yeah.
various opportunities in the field of sports?
Actually, sports can be a passport to your career as well. In
Mm-hmm.
government jobs, there is 5% reservation for sportsmen, and if you are
Yes.
successful sportsman, private sector provides you better options by offering lucrative jobs as well as steady revenue through endorsements. But most important is the fact that sports define your character. Sportsmen always have positive attitude. They can calculate risks better and respond to any situation more efficiently. They have passion for winning and work hard to achieve goals. In studies also, they always do better and other as compared to others, and
Mm-hmm.
compensate for time they dedicate for sports. They are awarded additional marks in various exams, and most of the sportsmen I know are successful and happy in their lives.
Yes, I'm sure. And I think on that very happy note, we should
Yeah.
be able to end this episode. Thank you very much, Manjiri Marathe, for joining us today. And Supriya ji, as always, this is your channel. You are the host, but thank you so much for being and giving us the encouragement to keep doing more programs on this. So, with on this note, it's
Thank you
bye
so
bye
much.
from the world of sports, and we'll see you once again next Saturday at 5 p.m. Till then, take care and goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.